Hey, welcome back. Another day, another vlog. Hope you're well on this Thursday morning. Obviously, I never did another day, another vlog yesterday. By the time I woke up, I think I woke up about 10:30 after a good sleep, after night shift. I was up till about 1 o'clock, I think, editing. Got the video out. And I smashed out a heap of work on the next video, on the photos for the next videos. I think I actually did pretty well for a thing. It massive difference for the editing process when you don't have to wait to constantly let things load and changes change to see what they are to do it. So very, very huge in that regards for the new computer, the 16-inch. It's just awesome. I think I've said it before, I'm still dumbfounded on how much of a change it is for me over the old 13-inch. It's just massive. Technology, wow, it's amazing. So yeah, I had like 156 photos in the new one, and I think I've pretty much got it down to like 30 or 40, just going through and just trimming them and just working out the best ones and just keep going backwards and forwards in there and just doing that. And I'm sort of getting down to editing out those final images and then trying to work out which. I normally try and get about 10, maybe 10 to 15 worst case. I don't want to go too many of that because then trying to fit them in the video is a bit tricky. But this was a big canyon walk I did at work. Actually, you might be able to see it. You'll be able to see it here on the map. So basically, camps down here, and then it sort of comes up here. This is a bigger picture. So basically, this canyon here. So it camps back over here. I walked through this canyon, up and around, onto top of this ridge, all the way down and then back down and round. It's about 5-hour walk, I think it was. It's about 6 k's as the crow flies, but it's a mountain range about at least 200-300 meters up, so it was crazy. And this ridge this canyon in there was just insane. It had a massive, however many thousands of years ago, there was like a massive rock fall come down, and yeah, it was very, very cool and a great day. A beautiful spot and just some amazing Pilbara. I was going to say architecture, but it's not. I guess it's nature's architecture. Just amazing and really, really cool, and just very, very lucky to be able to witness some of the things I get to see on my little exercise jaunts. So yeah, very, very cool. So that's coming along nicely. Got to do some more work on that tonight after this video. Smash this one back up, get this one up and done and dusted, have some brekkie, talk to family, and I'll do some more work before I go to bed. If you haven't seen the new video up, that's the one on Lesmurdie Homecoming, Lesmurdie Falls Homecoming. Basically, about a year ago, I'll give you a quick synopsis. About a year ago, I had my M50 kit lens on. No idea really what I was doing. Was having to learn a digital camera. The last time I really used a proper camera was in my school days when I was actually knew what the hell I was doing, and that was back in film in the early 90s, 93 I think. Was my last year of proper camera work when I got an A. It's the only A I've ever got in school, so yeah, it was pretty cool. So I'd come back. It was just like a generic hobby that we all do when you go on travel. You take some photos and stuff like that, but nothing sort of to what I want. And that video from last year really just blew my socks off, and I said, nah. Baseball. I knew baseball was coming to an end, and I wanted to have something to direct my focus to and give me something to do in my time off, and to I guess have a hobby, not a hobby, but to have a passion. And baseball's been my passion since I was 5, and to be able to have something that I can direct. I do have a lot of energy, direct a lot of my energy into. It does make a world of difference, and I don't regret it. It's been a massive learning curve. And I guess if you're an older person like myself in your 40s, mid 40s now, it's a bit scary. and you've probably done film, you probably did the film thing like me at school, and that was probably really cool to come back and try and learn Premiere Pro, Lightroom, Photoshop, digital cameras, the price of everything. It's pretty, and then the computer side, and having a computer can do it. There's a lot in there that you have got to do it. So it's been a massive learning curve, and I started at the very bottom, and I've been slowly creeping my way up on a nice slow elevation. I don't think it's a sharp up. I think it's a slow. I hope I'm doing a decent job. We seem to be getting a heap more subscribers in the last probably 3 to 4 months. I don't know if it's from COVID or not, or I think it might be getting out there, but I'm hoping you all are enjoying it. I love doing what I'm doing, so I'm really enjoying this. I'm enjoying this another day, another blog. It was crushing me the first 6 months when I was doing it every single day to try and get it up, especially on the old computer. Now it's just really easy, and with this computer it's just insane. Now in 5 minutes I can basically render out a audio track for my podcast, and that's been really good. So it's been a really good year. So from that year I knew I wanted to get on, so I've invested in this computer. That should take me into the next at least minimum 5 years, if not longer, to try at least get the money back out of it. So it's been really good, and just a really good challenge, and something to, I guess, just get enthusiastic about. You get to your mid-40s, you've probably done most of what you wanted to do, and then it's just basically work or kids and that. And I don't know, as a guy, it's sort of, you need something to aim at, I guess, especially when you play sport your whole life. You've always got a goal to win that grand final, to get to the finals, play for Australia and all that. I've done all that, and I at one stage there was like, well, I've got nothing really left I want to do. It's what I'm doing is basically waiting to die. So that's not a good thing. So to have this, to have a passion again, and something to just push me and make me drive harder and work harder, I think it's good. And I can then maybe show some of these things to Jack when he grows up, and he might get enthusiastic about it and enjoy it, or I can at least pass on my passion for things to him, at least, little champo. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, so that's probably a long-winded chat about what I've done in the last 24 hours, but it was a little bit of a carry on. But yeah, so that Les Murdy video is basically a homecoming to sort of compare for myself over where I've come in the last 12 months. And I think it came up really good. I had some really nice photos in there. Anything to do with water and rivers and waterfalls, it's pretty hard not to want to photograph it. So it makes it good when I'm starting to learn what I need to do and to set the videos up so it flows. As well as that, it's a bit of a test on the FT7 Panasonic versus the GoPro. Obviously the GoPro is good because I can chuck the Rode mic wireless goes onto it when I'm vlogging, and I'm currently trying to look for a different solution for the GoPro as well. Just mainly because the image is not the world's best out of it. It's decent, but it's not good. It's good, but I'm also looking at possibly having a little bit better setup. I'm going to try a proper video, or probably proper camcorder, a decent one that I can put on the stand, and then I can have the M50 and I can talk about that. With a GoPro, because I can't see what's going on, it's a bit tricky, so I wanted something with a flippy screen, and obviously I've got the new 1DS Mark II as well, so there's some more stuff I want to do in that regard. So we're doing some things on the channel. Hopefully it all pans out. I've just got to get the right bargain on eBay. Rightio, it's a little bit of news before we go. I've just waffled on for 10 minutes. Sorry about that. I hope you're still here, still awake. You're probably at work, so this will be a good, get the news in early. Okay, so big news for fans of Toyota and Utes. We all know about the F-150. They released the new one the other day, and that's the one we talked about in the channel with the generators built in, and the 2.4 I think, and a 7.2 kVA generator. So you can plug everything into the back, and also has a full autonomous driving on highway. So that's pretty big. The Ram this year or next in this year's model is putting the Hellcat engine in their Rams. So that's a 522 kilowatt engine in a Ute. So that's a massive deal. Well, Toyota didn't want to get left out. They had the LC 500, the Lexus 500. It's got a V8 in there. It's been put on hold due to COVID, cost cutting and stuff like that. This brand new car with this brand new V8 engine. They are going to be putting that into the Tundra in the States. Now they're also looking at the Tundra may become a global level product, which means it'll become right-hand drive. So the options are looking pretty good, especially with the Silverado in Australia. Also the Silverados, the Rams already here. The Nissan looking at coming to Australia. F-150 I'm sure is going to be pretty much here soon, and now we're looking like we're going to have this Tundra size car coming to Australia as well. Now the engines are going to be a twin turbo. There was no outputs or anything of it. It's obviously still in development, but this engine's not going to get wasted and just get put on a back burner. Apparently it's a really nice engine. So Toyota fans out there, the Hilux might be getting a bit of a upgrade with a bit of force-fed power, and I'd say it'd be somewhere in at least the 400 kilowatt sort of range, somewhere like that. It's going to compete with the F-150 Raptor and the Ram, so pretty darn cool. And yeah, I think that's changed a lot in Australia. Though, with the Utes are the biggest selling cars in Australia. I think what have we got? You get the Colorado. You've got the Toyota Hilux, and you've got the Ford. Can't remember what the Ford is. The Ford Ranger. The Ranger's huge. That's the #1 selling car in Australia, and that's a twin cab Ute. The Ram has been hugely successful here, so that's a big reason why these companies now are looking at bringing their big Utes in. So very cool, and it might be one of the last times we get an engine like this too, because with all the electric Utes coming, these may be the last models you can get a decent a petrol engine or a V8 or a powerful engine before everyone goes electric. So keep an eye out. Polar Pro, you'll know them if you're in photography or video. Peter McKinnon, the variable ND filters that he has, pretty well-known brand, really high quality. The lenses or the filters are super high quality, pretty expensive as well. They're branching out, they're going in some different things. They've got 3 new products out. They've got released. You can get them on special at the moment. They've got a discount on them for the month of July. The first one's a minimalist tripod. So it's, I guess, something to compete with the Joby. Whereas the Joby's a flexible head, or flexible legs as such. This is got 2 stainless steel teeth type things, and you can loosen off the nut and you put it out to any angle. I think it's got 7 adjustments you can have on these legs. So that was pretty cool. So really robust, super strong, can hold a lot of weight, and once you lock them in, those legs will not move. It is aluminium, so I guess it will benefit a lot of force, but they are saying it can take a little bit. It does have a ball head like the Joby's as well, and it's got its own mounting, and the mount clip is very similar to the Peak Design clip. We'll talk a little bit about more. The only other thing with the tripod is it does have the ability to flip over into portrait mode or vertical mode. The only problem I've seen with that is there's no locking mechanism for that. So if you put the camera on wrong, it will automatically fall over, or if you move it, it can fall over and fall into that vertical mode. So they do need to fix a couple of things on it. But other than that, it looked really well built. I think that was probably the only thing on it that was a letdown. It can't extend. It's basically one size, basically exactly like that. It does have removable rubber feet, which then go to like a plastic tooth type setup. So you'll see like on the three-legged thing, we can get change the feet off for claws or spikes or whatever, and like really well built. This is not as like that, but in that same sort of form factor, if that makes sense. Go check it out. It is not too bad. It will take up to 3 pounds of weight. Stainless steel teeth in those arms, locking in the legs, so that was pretty cool. And then removable feet. Now also there's a thing called a Bolle strap or camera strap and quick release system. So much like the Capture Pro capture clip from Peak Design, basically a rip off of that. There's no other way to say it. It is basically exactly the same thing, just a different variety. So the only difference with it, I think I've got, where's mine? It's here somewhere. I don't have it, I should have grabbed it before. So with your kitchen, use my three-legged thing, L frame. So with that, you've got your clip, and that slides down into your chest. Okay, and then you've got the push button there to unlock it, and then you've got to pull it up and out. So that's secure as hell on the Peak Design. There's no way that's going to fall out. The difference with this one is it's got a big button on the side. You've got to push that button in, and then you rotate it to pull the camera out. And then when you put it back in, it just clips in. So there was a little bit of concern that it may bump it, and then you can lose it. And apparently someone dropped an L series lens on another video on another channel and basically destroyed the L series lens because it bumped the button and then it fell. So just be careful. So that was not good. And the only issue on the negative side of it, I mean, it looks fantastic. It's really well built, exactly like the thing. It's made out of good quality materials. There's no dramas with it, but it just that button release, it doesn't have it looked a little bit suspect in that regards. And then obviously you can get criminals, so just be careful with those clips. If you are in a heavy populated area like Tourist Central and you've got a lot of people around, just be aware of pickpockets, because if all they've got to do is quickly push a button and then twist it, that can take less than a second. These guys are pretty good, so just be careful. Same as with the Peak, if they want, they can get that as well, so just got to be careful. Obviously you probably want to have an eye on it. Now the other one was it's called a camera strap one, or the Bolle. There was a Bolle and the normal strap mount. Bolle, the only difference was it comes basically inbuilt with two little Peak Design little hoops, something similar to that hoop onto a strap, so you can put it on a strap, but with a quick release system as well. So it's sort of, you can just have a strap and then the camera in the quick release, pull the camera off and you're free and you leave your strap on you. So I thought that was really, really well thought of. But I've thought of a way I could possibly do that with my Peak Design one. So yeah, pretty cool. Other than that, yeah, it was pretty cool. Now they were the two straps, or the two quick releases. One was 49, one was 59, depending on what size you get and blah blah blah. You can buy a set where you get all three, so you get the minimalist tripod, the camera strap clip, and also there's the normal backpack clip as well. I think that was $199 on special for July or until sold out, and its normal price was like $299 or something, so, or something around there. It was a pretty decent discount if you were going to try all three. Again, really well built. They're a really well known company. They do, like, the quality is going to be up there definitely with Peak Design. They're both two companies that make amazing gear. You really can't knock the quality level. I think I didn't mind the tripod. I just didn't know the value wise. I mean, if you've already got a Joby, I don't know if you'd go and replace it, if it was going to be that beneficial enough to replace it. That was my only thing. If you sold this and got some money for it, then you could probably put it into it if you wanted to try it, but I don't think I'd just go out and get it just to get it. It wasn't good enough to get rid of this, I guess. That was my thoughts. Anyway. And last but not least, Xbox has locked in it's called the S line, but it's the cheap version that Lou was talking about on Unbox Therapy, or Lou later, the other day. We did talk about it. We're going to find out in August. They're going to do the full release. We'll get the prices. So Xbox, definitely 3 models. You'll get your digital, you'll get your disk drive, and then you're going to get the El Cheapo half strength cafe latte with a twist of lemon Xbox at whatever half of the full price is, I guess. So yeah, early August, no locked in dates, but they're saying early August we will get the full rundown on Xbox and the full release. So that's pretty cool, exciting. That gives us something. We've got Canon coming up, and they're talking about something extra for the release. I don't know how much more they have to throw out at us, but we've got Canon coming up this month on the 9th. Yes, super excited. What is it, the 2nd, 7 days to go for us. Can't wait. Then we're going to have the Xbox stuff in August. Then we come into September, and then we go into the iPhone realms, and then we get Christmas. So, holy hell, we're in the second part of the year. Things are going to get mental now that COVID's slowly slowing down. Yeah, rightio, I better go. Got stuff to do. I've got to work. I got to get back to work. So yeah, anyway, that's it. Another day. I will see you all again for the end of the week show, Friday tomorrow morning. Hope you're all well. Hope you had a nice sleep. You're up and fresh and ready to go Thursday. Half the week's gone. Couple more days and you're done and dusted, and you can kick back and relax with the family. Rightio, I'll see you all tomorrow. Stay safe and peace out, I guess. Rightio, go check out that video. Make sure you like, subscribe, all those things. Do the YouTube 2010 thing. And I can dance for you. Thumbs up, thumbs down. I'll take it. Anyway, peace.